League prides itself on being the best sports program in the state. When it comes down to competition, quality of play, inclusiveness, and professionalism, our league is unmatched in the state of Colorado. When our world was stricken with COVID-19, like many people, we were suddenly faced with the most difficult decision about our future. Do we begin our 2020 fall season during this health crisis and risk lives? Or do we postpone to a later date to give us time to understand the virus better? We came to realize that no one knew enough about the virus to make an informed decision on how to move forward. With the NFL and NCAA football struggling to keep its members free from infection, it confirmed our feelings that no matter how many protocols we had in place, the unknown aspects of the virus would penetrate our league. We had to assume responsibility for our community as it carried the highest infection rate in the state. By continuing to play meant the kids and community was secondary to our purpose. Being the best is never a road easily traveled. There are decisions and challenges that, if handled incorrectly, could ruin your purpose. So to protect our purpose, we decided to defend our purpose. We always put the kids first, and in this situation, that thought process clarified our direction. We were adamant that one player or parent from our league getting sick was too many. Defending our kids and community was our priority. Being the best meant more than football. It meant standing by our purpose and being responsible leadership for our community. We are a product of our community. We are the Nation Youth Football League. God bless, and stay tuned.
Welcome to the Nation Station. I'm GOODNIGHT, and we got my boy TUXX with 2 X's.
I'm Uncle TUXX, man. I don't know what this dude talking about, man. He's being disrespectful, man.
Hey, man.
I could call him what? Mikhail Goodnight, huh? But he wants me to call him Goodnight, right? But he want to do this to me, huh? What's going on out there, man? What's happening, world? What's up, nation?
What up, Nation? How y'all doing out there today, man? It's championship week. Everybody should be fired up.
Championship week, bro.
Shout out to everybody who made it to the championship and everybody who didn't, man. Great season to all. But now the cream is going to rise to the top this week.
The cream has risen to the top this week. It's going to be pretty exciting. There's going to be a lot of gridiron ganging going on. Gang. Gridiron gang.
Rematches.
There's rematches, there's rivalries, there's a lot of
new rivalries beginning.
I like what we have here for championship week. Shout out to the Nation Youth Football League and all the players, parents, fans, everybody that's been involved. It's been an awesome season. Awesome season to be a part of. Here at our network, as you see, we joined forces with the Nation Youth Football League in order to bring you the best and best in youth sports. You know, and this year we've had some great spotlights on you know, some of the games of the weeks we've had, players earning the Blue Ribbon Elite Awards, which is profiling the best of the best that we've had our cameras on during the week of football. You know, I mean, it's just been awesome, man. What's some dope things that you got out of this season, man?
Man, I just like I seen football's coming back huge in Colorado. So I mean, I'm
What's back though? Like, for people who don't know what back is, what is back? Describe what this is. We're bringing back.
I mean, you have it's just you bringing back the kids to the game of football, the number of kids, the amount of kids. You got a lot of new teams. You got teams that have a lot of players, man. Before, you know, it was in most age groups, you couldn't have a team here, and then you may have 3 or 4 teams on your schedule and have to play a out of conference schedule to get a full 8 games or whatever. But now it's back. You got 4 or 5 leagues that are thriving. You could play games all over the city all over the state if you choose. Everybody from far west to all the way up north to down south, they playing good football out here. So that's what I mean. It's back. Like, anywhere you go in the state right now on a Saturday or Sunday, you can catch a good game at a high school field, and it's not at a park.
That's bubbling. That right there is let's say, with the youth I've been hearing, it's bussin'.
It's bussin'.
Okay?
It's
bussin'. It's bussin'. Nah, but man, again, shout out to the Nation Youth Football League. As you see the teams here that are on the side, some of the teams didn't make it fully to the league, but some of them have and some ain't. But you know, listen,
hey,
we know who did make it to the Super Bowl, though, right? We do have, and there's been some exciting games, bro.
I mean, all the ones
I see there is Prince Hall is going to actually have a rematch game versus the Northeast Denver Falcons, right?
Yeah, the Falcons who teamed up with the Outlaws. We had a good interview with Coach B, man, and he's saying what he wants to bring to the table and he wants to do as far as coaching. And shout out to what he's doing in his coaching thing. He said he wants to be here to help coach the coaches. And this is a guy who has a resume that goes long, well beyond most of our history. A guy whose resume that was basically Dave Logan's right-hand man, willing to give back to our community. So shouts out to Coach B. Shouts out to Northeast Falcons.
Shouts out to Coach Grimes, man. Shout out
to Chris Redwine of those
Prince Hall, right?
Man, they win championships since they were babies.
Man, you know what? You're right about that. I mean, I remember even having my son in, and there was a problem back then. So, I mean, and they've been continuously, you know, thriving. And the thing that surprises me is because of gentrification, I thought they would be even more desolate of the players that they're used to having, right?
Yeah.
I just figured that, you know, the gentrification would dry it out of athletes, so to speak.
Would it dry it out of the inner city and spread it around, or would it just dry it out, period?
I figured it would dry it out, period. With Prince Hall specifically.
Oh, Prince Hall, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Based upon their area of representation,
it is
right?
truly gentrified, as Denver is the second most gentrified city in the country.
Second most gentrified city in the country. And one of the hearts of that gentrification is the east side of Denver. And one of the representations that are still there is Prince Hall, right? Am I correct to represent the east side of Denver?
Yes, sir.
So I figured they would just be depleted of athletes, right? Based upon all them being pushed to Green Valley Ranch, South Aurora areas, stuff like that. However, Prince Hall is showing you what loyalty is.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the dads and the parents and the kids and the moms that have been rooted in Prince Hall made sure no matter where the hell they live at, they are Prince Hall players. went, for generations. So shout out to them too, also for still keeping that, because I thought that was a surprise. That was a standout that maybe folks are not saying, and that actually is a testament to the actual organization. So shout out to Red.
I think they're gonna come back. I think they're gonna come back stronger next year too.
Yeah,
with more teams, and I see the Pirates have a few teams. I was with the Pirates also, and they have a few teams, and they got numbers over there also. You got the Falcons, who they got teams that are in championships, and they're playing right now to the end, so they're doing their thing. So you have a few staples that are left.
Yeah.
These are three staples that have been around since maybe the 50s, 60s. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, man, shouts out to those teams that have been holding it down for that long.
For that long. So just reminded me real quick before we get a little bit more deeper in. You just gave me a couple little nuggets that just threw me a little back. Shout out to my cousin Laren Berry, Laren Scott Berry. Rest in peace. He used to play for the Bombers. Do you remember the Bombers?
The Hill Bomber. The Bombers was synonymous with the middle school I went to.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember the Bombers? They used to hate that my cousin played for the Bombers. Seriously, like they always wanted him other places. And then you brought up when you was talking about Chris Redwine, one of the illest jumpers growing up as a kid, man. His jumper was ill, like street ball style. You know what I'm saying? Like he made the teams, but street ball, when you seen him in the gym, like he was like Klay Thompson before Klay Thompson. Seriously, Chris Redwine. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Like if anybody knows, he was like Klay Thompson, bro. Like he was.
Hey, and he got a great girls basketball program that he be doing too.
Yeah, with Bates, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the Lady Blackhawks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to them. They definitely, I see them still striving and going through too as well. And then you also brought the Park Hill Falcons. To me, I think the greatest running back I've seen in youth football. I know folks say like Roman Hollowell and stuff like that. I didn't have the privilege of seeing like Roman that way, you know what I'm saying? But I know he's like
I played with him.
That dude. You know what I'm saying? With youth football sports, they talk about like he that dude. For me that I laid my eyes on was Adonis. Adonis, he played for Park Hill Falcons. He was just a man amongst boys. He just kind of reminded me of like Bo Jackson, bro, for kids. It was insane how he was running.
Yeah.
Ended up going to, I think, Chatfield or one of those schools out there, and then went to Syracuse. But he's a coach now for Park Hill Falcons. All right, let's get into it. And let's talk about what we got going on here for Super Bowl Sunday. Actually, we'd like to bring the coaches on. What are we going to do?
Man, let's bring the coaches on.
You want to try to bring the coaches on?
Talk.
All right, let's take a quick break, man. Well, let's send out the link first. We could do that, and then we'll take a quick break. But while that's being done in the background, any games you're looking forward to seeing this week, or championship week, or teams, or?
I'm just looking for that showcase game. I'm looking for that showcase game. I want to see the Falcons of Prince Hall go at it, old school rivalry.
Okay.
I also want to see
That's the big rumble, right? The rivalry, and I believe the Park Hill Falcons they played in this regular season.
Yeah, they played earlier in the season.
Early in the season. However, and who came out with the victory?
The Falcons came out with the victory.
The victory.
The score was 13-28 or something.
Okay, so it was not a blowout. It was an in the realm game, because I'm hearing Prince Hall also started playing their best ball closer to the end of the season. Also, Park Hill does have some very key injuries too as well. I'm not sure if Adrian is returning. Their running back number 12, who is a powerhouse running back. I'm not sure if he's returning for this actual showcase game. We had the pleasure of watching the Park Hill Falcons play last week, I believe, right?
Yeah, that was last week.
Last week was the game of the week. And I'll tell you what, they did have a plug-and-play running back, though. Even though Adrian was out, they had Jay Green in there, number 5. I believe he had 3 touchdowns that game. It was outstanding.
Yeah.
Very, very quick. You could tell he has a track background. You could tell by his running style as well. I mean, as soon as he was out in the open field, he was gone, fairly untouched, for the most part, at least looking at a lot of the film.
Yeah.
And shout out to 50-50 Sprint with Thal Woods and Cobra and Maddie and the whole team down there for, training these kids up. You definitely seen that Apparently, Jay Green is one of his students as well, where he teaches them track, helps them teach them speed, and be better athletes, such as like football.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all the people, you know what I'm saying, who are in it right now to develop these kids or give them the extra training, getting these camps and doing these types of things. Shout out to the parents, the coaches, and everybody else who are doing that for those children. Shout out to the Nation League also for putting on a great season and putting it down this year, man.
Putting it down, man. It's gonna be interesting. This showcase, I'm excited. I'm gonna be watching football from morning to night, pretty much on tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Tomorrow is the big deal, huh? We ready, man, for a quick commercial? All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a quick commercial break here. Come back with actually some of the coaches from the Nation Youth Football League. Kind of discuss, do a little bit more season recap, and see exactly what they're anticipating for Super Bowl Sunday and the actual season coming up. So stay tuned with us. I'm Uncle TUXX.
Goodnight. This is Nation Station.
The Nation Youth Football League is a community-based organization built to bring better value to those it serves. We are committed to being the best youth organization in the state. The Nation separates itself from other youth football leagues in Colorado by offering a platform that is more competitive locally and nationally. The Nation is the sole charter member to the best youth football organization in the country, the American Youth Football League, or better known as the AYF. The AYF offers a true and legitimate national championship stage that teams must qualify for at the state and regional level. The Nation is chartered to Region Number 10, the Desert Mountain Region, that also hosts West Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and Idaho. Winning the league championship in Colorado qualifies you to play in the regional tournament where those aforementioned states will send their best representatives. None of the other Colorado leagues offer these opportunities. The Nation is ran as a corporation and is managed by the best people around that believes in treating people fairly. When we say kids first, we mean it. We are not in this to make money or profit off of our parents. We are fully vested in making football better so that our state can become better at the youth and high school levels. We are the Nation Youth Football League.
Hold on, my sister. Stay alive, my brother. Oh, yes. Things will get harder, but we're not gonna stop. No, we're gonna stand up and hear a cry. We're tired living this life. Listen to our cries. We'll be the light.
Welcome back to the Nature. This is Uncle TUXX. That's Uncle TUXX. I'm in Goodnight. My man said,
we in there getting it in. So right now we have some coaches right now sitting on standby right now, loading up in the coaches corner, and then we're going to end up discussing with them a little bit further on the season recap. Before we do so, actually, hey man, let's take a couple looks at some more Blue Ribbon Elite winners from this season.
Let's check it out.
I believe we have Karian Damu McMillan, if I remember his full name. Karian Damu McMillan, 11U Spillionaires running back. If I get that wrong, please correct me. Man, he is an outstanding specimen. I mean, he has like quick vision, quick on his feet. I believe if he had a better line, I think he'd even be a bigger
and what I liked
story.
What I liked about the kid, he has the intent was to win the game. I did see of him. They were behind, and he said, "Hey, I got to put it all on my back."
He sure did.
So he took on that accountability, that responsibility to be that winner.
No, that was real. You're right. He sure did. He said, "You know what? They were down 2 touchdowns in the first half, right?" Mm-hmm. He came back and scored, I think, 3 or 2 touchdowns himself, and they won by 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, Jeffrey outstanding. Let's check it out, man. Let's check out Karian Damu McMillan.
Better you saying that than
I get money, I keep winning, I look good, triple double, waiting for that big break. Like we about to lead a huddle, I ain't never ducked a wreck. Ask the team about the scuffles, boy, cause they know I'm troubled out. They know that we the underdogs, get it year round. I ain't never took the summer off, I'm a one-on-one, I could never be a one of y'all. I just know I got a ball, I go Mike Jack off the wall. I ain't running, not it out, keep the extras, all we want is chill. No excuses, all offense, cause runner up just don't exist when you be running up
back, man. My man, what's his name?
Oh, you doing that? You just gonna put me on the spot like that?
Yeah.
That was Karian Damu McMillan. Number 4.
Straight up beast.
Oh my goodness, man. He has cat-like quickness, man.
I guess his name goes with the number, I guess.
I guess the name goes with the number.
Right.
Skills, and the name also goes Karian. He was out there driving.
Carrying on. He was carrying on out there.
He was carrying on.
He was carrying on.
That was peace. But it was good to see him, man. So we have a couple coaches here in the coaches' corner. Looks like we have Coach Matlock here with the Cougars. Am I correct? We'll have him introduce himself as well. Let's take a look. My man on there.
Yo, how are y'all?
Hey, what's going on, Coach Matlock? How are you?
Man, I'm good, man. We just got out of our final walkthroughs, man, trying to get ready for Carion's bus. So,
you guys play car? You happen to play? Wow.
Perfect segue.
What a perfect segue. So you know you're
Yeah,
excited. You might have got your little bubble guts watching that video there, huh? How he was just cutting and taking it up the field. Shoot, let's jump right into it. How do you guys plan on stopping that?
man, together. Like that's the only way. That's the only way you can stop that. You know, the Spill men, they got some boys over there, and they play with an edge. You know what I mean? And you know that edge actually, you know, that helped us play a whole lot better too. But you know, to stop him from doing all the stuff that he does, we got to do it together. Like every hat to the ball, and you got to run. So our boys, they know it. They're ready.
You know what? You're correct on that in saying that they play with an edge, and I'm specifically talking about the Spillionaires, at least from our coverage of them this season. Um, you know, I interviewed a youth player from actually I think from that actual team that you're playing. That's 10U, correct?
Yep, 10U.
Okay, sorry about this. So 10U Spillionaires against the 10U Cougars will be playing this week. Um, but they were when I was asking them what they're playing, what's getting them motivated to play. The things that they were telling me were like, we're playing for the name on our jersey. We're playing because we believe, and these were the youth saying this, we believe we're the most hated program out here. Okay. And we have to give them a reason to hate us. And these were the youth. So they are fed that edge, as you can tell in how they're actually answering the questions. And that is a very big catalyst there. You guys have a beast over there also. We also is also a blue ribbon player elite winner. Laramie, correct?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah Laramie, right?
Yeah.
Number 5. Six.
He's
number 6.
No, he's 6. Yeah.
Oh my
man,
goodness.
He's different. You know,
He's different.
Like him and Carion, they share some of the same traits, man. Like, dude, Maya, he don't like to lose at nothing. Like if it's running, he's gonna try and be first. So, dude, he's a beast. He's different, man. So
he was that big. He's that big back, right?
Yeah.
He's not only just a big back. He runs like he understands the position. Like there's some kids that just are in positions based upon their God-given skill set, you know, things of that nature. They might just be fast. However, he seems like he knows that he is a running back and a power running back. He seems like he looks for the contact. He's so quick on the outsides too as well. He gives me a like Antoine Means. You remember was Natron Means style,
Means
Bam
business.
Morris style of running back, like the old school power gridiron backs, and I love to watch that. He was killing those. Not killing. Sorry, it was like he was punishing those kids.
I would keep it more locally, and I would say he reminds me of a Sean Crowley type back.
Going to some of the greats.
So, and like, cause he's power, fast, nowhere to go, and he just gets the job done.
Man, sure you know what's crazy, man? This is actually his first year even playing running back.
Whoa.
Before this year, no coach gave him a chance to get the ball until he came over to us, and you know.
So what you guys see in him in order to make that decision?
Oh no, man! You saw it. We saw it the first day he just came out and worked out with us, man. And you know, you just see like this humble kid that just has all this talent, and you just got to figure out like, you know, how do we unlock it? Like, you know, where's he gonna fit in? And dude, as soon as he got the ball, man, we just, you know, like that game where he won blue ribbon player, like there was some moves in that dang video that like we didn't even know he could do. He was just cutting on the dime and like not losing speed at all. So like this dude he's nice. He is
Oh,
nice.
he definitely the real deal. I also like to shout out to you coaches. One thing that there's ringing in the area, or ringing in the nation youth football rumor mill, or is that there's some coaches over there that kind of just our new coaching group came together with like stern police military style, coaching. Came over there and set the program on fire and really set the tone on what the Cougars Elite are today and where they're going to be going forward. I think you guys next year of recruitment for players are going to be a lot easier based upon the standards that you guys have set. What could you kind of put some light on to actually the coaching and what you guys have brought to this team?
Man, all the coaches, man, we're just like good family men. You know what I mean? We all grew up in different areas. I'm Park Hill. Hack is he's an East Sider. You know what I mean?
30th and Gaylord.
Yeah. But like all the, we have coaches from all backgrounds. Like our team is diverse, diverse. We'll probably have one of the most diverse teams in the league. You know what I mean? So, man, we came together, man. We started this journey, and we couldn't hoop this year, earlier this year because of COVID. So we started our journey trying to get better in like March, man. And now, that all that hard work is paying off. We saw ourselves here, man. So I mean, we put in the work to get here. So yeah, like that. This coaching staff, man, we've been together for a while, and then we added Hackett, and we just took off.
I mean, as far as can you tell me about your coaching history and where you started and what made you start giving back to the community as in coaching?
Oh, I was in coaching. So when I got out of high school, man, I was over there with the Sharks / Disciples. Then we moved over to the Shamrocks, and the Shamrocks, man, we had some special players over there at the Shamrocks. My boy Elliot Thompson, he coaches for Overland basketball. We took those kids. It was a bunch of us though, not just him, but we took those kids. We had them since they were like 6, got them to high school. A couple of them, I think, the majority of the team went to college. We had some great kids. You know what I mean? And then I chilled out after that for a little while, and then I had a son, and that's how I landed here with the Cougars. Like once I had my son and he was ready to go play, we just got here, man, and we just been building ever since.
Yeah, y'all did have some nice teams over here with the Shamrocks. I do remember those squads.
I was just talking to one of my players this morning, man, about some life stuff from the Shamrocks, man. So, it's love
somebody
that they
might
can
be reading.
Out to me.
And as far as you giving back to the community, as far as your profession, what do you bring to the kids? I mean, what do you tell the kids that you can see that may be going on the wrong path?
I think one thing, all the kids know that me and Coach Hackett are police officers. The great thing about it and us coaching is that like we humanize the profession. You know what I mean? So they see like, we're not, we're not cops like all the time. You know what I mean? Like we're regular Joes. We like to do some of the same stuff the kids do, all that stuff like that. But yeah, it's all about giving back, man. Like, when we grew up in this community and, I wanted to police my community, you know what I mean? And that's where it all thrived from.
And so being from the community and now you're on the other side, what can you tell us about policing that we really don't know?
Like as far as like with the what I tell my kids, I teach a class at Cole Middle School as well. Like I this younger generation, man, they're freaking smart. They're way smarter than what we used to be. We might have been a little bit more street smart, but they're really smart and resourceful. So what I do with these kids now, man, I just give them all the information that I can to help them make good decisions. You know what I mean? I teach them about the law. I teach them about their rights. A lot of kids don't, and even adults, they don't know their rights. You know what I mean? So I believe in just giving out all the information that I can, man, so that when our young people find themselves in like situations where they have to make a good or a bad decision, with all the information I give them, hopefully they just make the right choice. And if they don't, then they know, like, what the consequences may be.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It definitely seems like they're listening and making the right choices, not only just outside the field, but I mean, let's take it back onto the field. I mean, you guys had one loss this season, correct? You guys had an awesome season too as well. You guys kind of had a few tough battles, but fairly for the most part dominated a lot of your games. So coming up into the Super Bowl Sunday, which is tomorrow. This is what it's all for, right? How were you guys prepping your team for tomorrow? Like, what was the big speech today?
Just be us, man. Like in the end, we carried on practice the same way we have all year. But the main thing that we preach to our kids is we're gonna do every last thing on that field. We're gonna do it together. You know what I mean? And that's how we got it done. Like I'm not, not to toot our own horn, but we've beaten every team in the league. And a lot of games weren't even close. Even the close games weren't close. I'm pretty sure we have like the number one defense in the league. So that's how we get there. We're gonna block together. We're gonna tackle together. We're gonna cheer together. We're gonna do everything together to make sure we bring the championship home.
And who did you guys lose to this year?
We lost to Colorado Springs Elite. They had that was one game we came out flat, man, and they made us pay for it. We lost to them 6-7 or something like that. Instead of going for one at the end of the game to tie it, we tried to go for two and we lost. So, and we just played them last weekend to make it to the Super Bowl, and we were able to beat them pretty good. So we got our revenge. It was a revenge tour.
So what are you guys going to do to win, to beat the Spillionaire twice? So you guys already played the Spillionaire, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they say it's tough to beat a team twice. So what are you going to do to beat them twice?
You have to beat that team, man. Like, you have to get them, like, we got to get after their offense and they got to do everything off schedule. You know what I mean? We can't let them get into their plays early, because if they get into it, then, they're bound to spill on you. They're bound to take off on you. You know what I mean? So if we corral them, keep everything in front of us, then we're going to be good. And on offense, we just got to be us, because I feel like we can score with anybody. If we got to be in a banger, we'll be in a banger. We can play different styles. So if it's a physical game, we'll go physical. If we need some finesse stuff, we'll go finesse. But either way, whatever a team is giving us, that's what we're going to take.
I just have a quick final question for the most part. Are you guys a feeder program for any high schools or anything?
Not right now, man. Hopefully next year we can, kind of figure that out, because we do, like I said, we have a pretty diverse team, and everybody's from different places, you know what I mean? So it would be great to feed somewhere. So hopefully we can figure that out next year, man, and go from there, because I do want to keep these kids together for as long as I can.
Well, definitely with the exposure with the Nation Youth Football League and us here at AHRR Network, somebody will definitely be knocking at your door to have you start feeding them kids, because you guys are doing the right things over there. So we definitely appreciate you here, Coach Matlock, with the 10U Cougar Elite. man, good luck tomorrow, man, against 10U Spillionaires. As you see, not only do they have athletes such as Karion Damu McMillan, but they got a squad over there too that's as eager and hungry to kind of take your heads off. So we're anxious to actually see that game.
Our legend over there as coach, man, Coach Allen, man, Allen Webb. He's a good dude, man. So like
he's a legend for real.
Yeah, Allen
like we used to see him, man.
Yeah.
With it was at Denver South and ended up K-State, right? K-State was awesome to watch. Allen Webb.
He knows what.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. What'd you say?
I said we're gonna have to handle Coach Allen together as well, man. So we just gonna have to get.
Oh yeah, he's spilled to the heart. He's dedicated.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I do like their little saying though, man. It's spilly out here. It's that's kind of good.
Hey, but for sure, man. You said defense wins championships. Been planning on seeing you winning that championship. What time y'all play and where at?
We play at noon. Evie Dennis, man. So hopefully we can win this and make it to El Paso.
Hey, for sure.
Awesome. Two things real quick. Describe El Paso and then, before you actually don't describe El Paso. Don't worry about that. Just focus on tomorrow's game, Super Bowl Sunday. Let me get a score, Coach.
A score? I mean, last time we played them, man, we beat them 8-0. So, I'm good with anything. As long as we get the dub, man, that's all I.
Nah, man, let me get a score, Coach. Come on, let's start some controversy. Let's get some drama going.
We'll go. I believe in my defense, man. So I'm gonna go 14-17 to 21 to 0.
21-0. We're going the highest number.
Predicting a shutout.
He's predicting a shootout.
No,
that's not only just a shutout. That's an ass whooping. That's the Bente Uno. You got to give up the controller sticks with that after 21.
Hey,
game is over.
Hey, for sure. Man.
All right,
Good
appreciate
luck to you. Appreciate you for coming on.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yep.
Man, that was awesome having Coach Matlock, man, in the coach's corner, man. He's a stand-up guy too as well. Man, also, so I know the kids are getting, what I'm saying, their worth, definitely.
Another TJ Spartan, fellow TJ Spartan.
Mm-hmm.
They put out legends that it is too.
They did put some legends out there in TJ, man. TJ definitely has some legends, man. That's an argument always, like who put out the most legends, like TJ, is it Montbello, was it? I mean, South is starting to get in the conversation based upon their youth surge, stuff like that. But before we get into some more Nation Youth Football talk, we're going to go ahead and go to Blue Ribbon Player Elite. I believe this is from the 11U Spillionaires, okay, because that was 10U. And shout out, let's shout out the Spillionaires first before we get to the thing. Spillionaires have 4 teams in the Super Bowl Sunday, right?
Yeah.
We're talking, 7 games? 7 games, right? Roughly about 7 Super Bowl games. The Spillionaires have 4 teams in representation. If you come on, you gotta get that up to the Spillionaire organization. What they're doing over there.
I think VZ would have came on, man. I want to hear what he got to say.
You know what? During this break, I'm gonna actually reach out to VZ, man, see if we can sneak him on, man, for a conversation real quickly. But if not, it's all good. Let's check out Michael Mcpherson, right? Oh man, check this out. What I seen in this youngin'. He has that Terrell Davis style, that one cut and go. He's great running back.
I don't want you to compare anybody to Terrell Davis per our conversation. Give him somebody else, man. Give him somebody else.
I don't know.
Eric Dickerson, man. Eric
Dickerson. We're gonna come with somebody
player.
Local too, because I didn't think about somebody local that he reminds me of. Because I know he thinks about somebody. We queued up. Let's check him out.
is chill. No excuses, all offense. Cause runner-up just don't exist when you be running up the ship. They gon' love it when you lose and they gon' hate to see you win. So even when you go and win, you gotta do it all again. And go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Then go hard. Go hard. Then go hard. Go hard. Then go hard. Got it out the must. Thankful for my haters and my hustle. I get money, I keep winning, I look good. Triple double, waiting for that big break. Like we about to lead a huddle, I ain't never ducked a wreck. Ask the team about the scuffles, boy, cause they know I'm troubled out. They know that we the underdogs. Get it year round, I ain't never took a summer off. I'm a one-on-one.
I believe I was dominant because I didn't give up and I kept trying, and that led our team to victory. Keep myself disciplined, stay out of trouble, and play ball.
What's your favorite food?
All we want is chill. No excuses, all offense. Cause runner-up just don't exist when you be running up the ship. They gon' love it when you lose and they gon' hate to see you win. So even when you...
The Nation Youth Football League is a community-based organization built to bring better value